On this Twisted Traveler, we'll visit Mexico City and all the regular stuff like the plaza, the pyramids, the floating gardens. But what about this guy? Who's he? We'll look at 4 different hotels and determine which is the best value. This restaurant is known for more than tacos and fajitas. Find out what they're serving at the Chon restaurant. Learn the home remedy for dealing with cucarachas. And what is the hottest hot sauce in Mexico City? The taste test begins right here, right now, on Twisted Traveler.
Welcome to Mexico City. All right, what we have here are 3 different types of hot sauces. This one is made from jalapeno peppers. This one is made from habanero peppers. And then we have this special mystery sauce. We're going to have numerous people sample them. Then we'll ask them to rate them from 1 to 10, 10 being the hottest.
Como 6. ¿Ya? Ahí está 10.
It has been said Mexico City is the largest city in the world. But does anybody know for sure or really care? Fact is, Mexico City is very noisy, it's very crowded, and it's very high, over 7,000 square feet high. It's extremely high. And Mexico City has this stuff.
Trompe, it's called. That means snout. In this case, pig snout. They cook them here. You can buy one and eat it here. About 70 cents a serving. And bonus, they're full of vitamin P, the fabulous pork vitamin. The very center of Mexico City, the very heart of the entire country, is the Zocalo, the town square or plaza. There's a huge Mexican flag here. The plaza is 10 acres of concrete. The citizens of Mexico City are justifiably proud of this, the largest plaza in the entire Western Hemisphere.
I hear the plaza in Tijuana is about twice as big as this one.
Muy bien.
1. 8.
On the north side of the plaza is one of the world's largest cathedrals, simply called the Metropolitan Cathedral. Inside the ancient doors is an interior that took 240 years to complete. There are 14 separate chapels inside, each with beautiful statuary and altars. There are priceless tapestries and a statue of a black Christ. The catacombs beneath the cathedral contain the tombs of past Mexican archbishops. What about this guy? He seems to play several different sounds on his whistle, presumably in an effort to control traffic near the cathedral.
Can you play cucaracha on that thing?
The plaza is home to numerous festivals throughout the year. At night, over 100,000 people sometimes gather to participate. In the background here is the National Palace. The Emperor Moctezuma's palace once stood here on the site of the current palace. It now contains the offices of Mexico's president. The country's history is depicted in a series of wall murals, painted over the space of 25 years by Diego Rivera. The country's Liberty Bell was tolled here on September 15, 1810, to ready the Mexican people for war. The president of the country now rings it each September 15th at 11 p.m. to commemorate that event.
What is the national dog of Mexico? Is it A, the Chihuahua, B, the Mexican hairless, or C, the iguana? The answer is J, the pregnant dog. They're just about everywhere.
Mexico City is a place of bargains, starting with this right here, the subway. You can go anywhere in the city for 15 cents. Each day, 5 million riders ride these trains on rubber tires to every part of the city. Right now, we're going to Chapultepec Park. It's the home of the world's highest roller coaster. Well, think about it. This coaster is at 7,347 feet above sea level, extremely high. Everyone here says this is the world's highest. Must be. Chapultepec means the place of the grasshoppers. Chapultepec Park is only slightly smaller than the planet Venus. It's filled with vendors selling trinkets, crafts, food, and guess what this is? Burro. Burro. Let me say it a little slower. Burro. You know, donkey, mule. Ice cream cones, 10 cents each. Yeah, so they're small. Buy 6 of them. These things are small. They're tacos, but hey, they're only 5 cents each. And you can rent a rowboat here for about 80 cents an hour.
Do you know the word in Spanish for I went to the market to buy a cold cerveza, but when I got there I became confused and voted for Pancho Villa instead? 15 cents anywhere you want to go in Mexico City's subways.
Okay, don't look now, but it's another mariachi band. Music is everywhere in Mexico City, even on the subway cars.
Seis.
15 cents anywhere you want to go in Mexico City's subways. And now here's another important Spanish word for you to know on your trip to Mexico City. The word for bathroom is cuarto de baño. Cuarto de baño. And not casa de pipi. Don't say casa de pipi. It's offensive.
Zona Rosa, the pink zone. It's the trendy part of town. Big hotels, fancy discos, big price tags. These artifacts in a hotel gift shop were so expensive the price wasn't even listed. Yet this turquoise and mother-of-pearl mask cost only $25 from a street vendor near the pyramids. But still, if you need to pay $29.90 for a Big Mac special, visit the Pink Zone. The people here are mostly American tourists, and that might make you feel safer. But be careful. This is one of the highest crime areas of the city.
¿Dónde es el casa de pipi?
¿Qué? No entendí.
Independence Monument is on the edge of the Pink Zone. The structure celebrates heroes in Mexico's fight for independence. It was a gift from France. It is one of many monuments that stand in the middle of traffic circles. Millions of vehicles, and this guy right there on the bike from Fargo, North Dakota, pass the monument each day.
Does the word casa de pipi, it's really 4 words, does that offend you?
Coming up on Twisted Traveler, Xochimilco, the so-called floating gardens, the bargains at a panaderia, a Mexican bakery, and our hot sauce test continues.
Tequila. Mexico exports enough each year to fill 2 small lakes and a hot tub. Cucarachas. They export enough of these each year. Just kidding. This is Ernesto Varrego. He has cucaracha problems.
I see the cucarachas. Then I drink tequila. Then I don't see the cucarachas. It is good every time.
What we have here is a 10.5-foot pole. Universally around the world, people will tell you what they wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. But this here is a 10.5-foot pole. And here at Xochimilco, you can touch just about anything.
Juan is a boat pilot at Xochimilco. He uses the 10.5-foot pole all day, every day to touch the bottom of the waterways here, to propel his passengers through the famous floating gardens. But you can use the 10.5-foot touch pole to touch other things. On the many vendor boats, it says you want to buy them, like cerveza, tortillas, or any of the many exotic fruits found here. Touch a mariachi musician on the shoulder and you either have an irate Mexican or you have instant music. The waterways here were once filled with flowers sprouting from the man-made islands made anciently by farmers who were simply trying to grow produce in this area that was once totally covered by water. This place was once known as one of the 7 wonders of the world. The flowers are still here, but many of them are behind small greenhouses like this one. Still, a boat ride at Xochimilco is a relaxing thing to do. prop yourself up front and try desperately to act smooth, cool, like I was doing.
This guy is A, an NBA ref. B, almost totally nuts. Or C, part duck. The answer, sometime next month.
4, 8, 8.
Panaderia, bakery, another place for bargains in Mexico City. What you do here is grab yourself a tray and a set of tongs. Then you just start moving around, picking out the stuff you want.
Okay, one of these things here, 25 cents. Over here, 20 cents. And these things right here, 20 cents each. 15 cents each for these little babies here. Good idea to have some seafood in your diet. These little things here, 25 cents each. And this right here, 15 cents. Any of this stuff illegal in the United States?
Sí, everything.
All right, all this stuff for only...
$2.15.
You'll find no better fresh bread than in Mexico.
And the thing of it is, 15 cents to go anywhere you want to in Mexico City.
What is Mexico City's population? Over 890,000? Over 2.5 million? Or over 65 billion? The answer is F, about 20 million, depending upon how many just got off the last subway train.
Está picoso. Está picoso. 10.
A 5-minute walk from the plaza in the historic district of Mexico City is the Palace of Fine Arts. The building was started in 1904 but was interrupted by the Revolution of 1910. It was finally completed in 1934. Inside the white marble structure are striking murals by such artists as José Clemente Orozco. A centerpiece is Diego Rivera's Man in Control of His Universe. This painting was originally commissioned for New York City's Rockefeller Center, but it angered the Rockefellers with its depiction of capitalism and workers rallying behind the socialist Lenin, and they ordered it destroyed. The next year, old Diego headed for Mexico City and recreated it here.
Do you know if they have any pictures of Elvis Presley on velvet in the museum over there?
Nada de inglés.
Inside the Palace of Fine Arts, one can also see performances by the National Opera, the National Theater, and the Mexican National Symphony. All right, we're now going to quickly rate 4 hotels. Get a piece of paper and a pencil. Mostly, of course, so you can write and tell us how much you're enjoying the show so far. This is the Hotel Galleria in the main tourist zone. The lobby and lobby restaurant are quite nice. The rooms are very nice. The internet rate per night for 2 people is $150 to $220. The Majestic Hotel, a Best Western. It has a wonderful, classy old lobby. The rooms are plain but okay. The view of the plaza from some of the rooms is one of a kind. The cost here is $65 to $120 a night. The Hotel de Cortez is a very old building. It was once a refuge for aging Spanish friars. And no, those aren't short-order cooks. The date above the door says 1780. Inside the courtyard is a classy little restaurant. This is one of their nicer rooms. The internet rate per night is $60 to $100. This one is a real bargain, the Hotel Gilao. It's about a block off the plaza. Rooms are okay, but not much of a view. A night for 2 at the Hotel Gilao is only $44 to $50. Now don't forget value. Value is a big part of our rating system. You can usually book a room on the internet for substantially less than rack rate. One place I found was internationalhotelsearch.com. Something else I found were these spicy chorizo sausages. 70 cents for a string of them. I bought some because I heard they were explosive.
And now another important Spanish word to know for your next trip to Mexico City. It's useful in certain social situations. The word is frijoles. Frijoles. It means beans.
10.
Next on Twisted Traveler, the pyramids of the sun and moon at Teotihuacan. And who can run up the front the quickest, a native or a gringo? La Merced, the marketplace where you can buy 5-cent chocolate bars and 40-cent pineapples.
Archaeologists believe this place goes back to as early as 700 BC. Construction on the pyramids started in about 100 BC. There could have been as many as 200,000 people living here at its height in about 500 AD. Many of the structures at Teotihuacan seem to have a religious significance. This road, about a mile long, leads to the Pyramid of the Moon. It's called the Avenue of the Dead. It is believed the structures along both sides were burial sites. The citadel, about a 20-minute walk from the Moon Pyramid, is believed to have been the center of government for the city. Research continues into who made these, who once lived here at Teotihuacan. The two pyramids are the most striking part of the ruins. They're about a quarter of a mile apart. The highest pyramid is the Sun Pyramid, 250 feet high. It's built of adobe brick and lava rock from the nearby volcanoes. There are 248 steps to the top of the Pyramid of the Sun. Took me about 6 minutes to climb to the top, but of course I was aided by a breakfast of fresh frijoles. Today, arriving tourists are checking the latest odds on a race to the top of the pyramid between a gringo and a Mexican. Who do they think will win?
A Mexican.
Mexican.
Gringo.
In the interest of science, we've set up the race. The two racers are Arturo Sampson, a member of our filming crew, a native Mexican, strong, smart, very efficient. The gringo is Paul, also a member of our crew. He's my son. He comes from great athletic stock, a true thoroughbred. The winner will get a very special prize. The official starter lights the explosive sausages to start the race. In the beginning, the races are almost even. Then the unthinkable. Arturo slips and falls, but he recovers. Although the gringo has a slight lead, it is still anyone's race. Everyone is caught up in this incredible challenge between two countries. Spectator interest is extremely high. But what's this? Arturo has dropped out, 2/3 of the way up. He appears to be sick. The gringo goes on to win with a total running time of 3 minutes 46 seconds.
I believe the gringo cheated because he didn't have hot water for lunch.
Understandably, the winner was slightly emotional when presented with his prize, a can of frijoles.
I think I need more smoking and less running. Yes!
Okay, here's what we did. We had about 500 million people here in Mexico City sample those 3 hot sauces. Here are the results.
8% could barely speak after the test. 1% said the sauce made with jalapenos was the hottest. 3% said the habanero sauce was hottest. But an incredible 88% said the mystery sauce was the hottest in Mexico. So what is the hottest sauce in Mexico? It's called Big Daddy's. It comes from a little barbecue restaurant in Des Moines, Iowa.
And it's only 15 cents anywhere in Mexico City.
La Merced, the market. It's huge. It fills up a number of large warehouse-type buildings, then spills out onto the street for many blocks in either direction. There's all sorts of things here, mostly more bargains. Look at this block of 50 chocolate bars, about $2.20, less than 5 cents a bar. These palm fronds, 30 cents each, are sold as wraps for Mexican tamales. Ducks and chickens, $1 each, no additional charge for colors. Pineapples, about 40 cents each. They're not taking credit cards at the market these days, but pesos work, and bargaining is always appropriate.
Mexico City is a fun, interesting place to visit. It's filled with all kinds of bargains and very kind people. But as with most big cities, one should use caution and common sense when moving from place to place.
The Toltecs, the Mayans, the Aztecs are all a part of Mexican history and culture. They're the natives that mixed with the Europeans when they arrived from Spain in the 1500s. Each day on the plaza, Aztecs dance their rituals. They do it to keep their culture alive. And for a small fee, they'll do a special dance to rid a person of evil thoughts. Because of just this sort of thing here, I've been persuaded to believe I might have evil thoughts, and so should ask the Aztecs to dance for me to remove those very thoughts. But they wouldn't do it for me. Apparently it was a busy day, or maybe I just looked completely incorrigible. The evil thoughts just sort of hung around.
The Twisted Traveler's favorite Mexico City restaurant is next, with a menu you're just going to love. It's formidable.
The Chon restaurant is about 4 blocks from the plaza and is fairly unpretentious. But inside you'll find delicacies found almost nowhere else. Today, Chef Fortino is preparing maguey worms. Those are the little worms that inexplicably breed and grow in the bottom of tequila bottles. Here they're prepared with olive oil and garlic. They're served with tortillas and Chef Fortino's special guacamole. And how do they taste?
Tastes about like all the other worms I've eaten.
The grasshoppers are quite good, but those little barbs on their legs kind of tickle going down.
And what do you prefer, the grasshoppers or the worms?
Butterwood.
And then there's the armadillo, served on the half shell if you prefer. And now our suggestions for some of the very best of this very interesting city. Best view, the plaza from the Hotel Majestic. The best street tacos. Take your pick from about 4 zillion stands, but use common sense. Make sure it's clean. Best place to steal a kiss? On the boats at Xochimilco. Best place to steal a wallet? On the subway. Best place to snorkel at Tasa, but probably this fountain at Alameda Park. And the best reconstructive surgery? Probably right here in the market. And it's very cheap.
Mercifully for you, our twisted travels through Mexico City have come to an end. So, in the immortal words of Pancho Villa, this is Lynn Lehman saying, Auf Wiedersehen und Lederhosen from Mexico City. Mi casa es su casa.